Hey there, Start here. So as I mentioned in my previous video, they have quote-unquote fixed Morgana, the legend version. So previously all of her like defensive buffs were permanent, well not permanent, they were undispellable. And so the only way to sort of get around her buffs were to use units like Kaito and Richt, who could roll them back. And it was, since she has 3 HP locks, you literally had to bring 3 of those units. So you had to like bring 3 Kaitos or 3 Richts or some mix of those. And it was kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, the fact that there was really only one team that could basically do it, which was basically 3 of those units and then 2 Esters, was like the best you could do. It was kind of ridiculous. And so I think Gumi saw that. They got our feedback, and thankfully they have now made those defensive buffs dispellable, which really opens up the possibilities for this trial. And I'm now more than happy to go in and do a guide, because previously I didn't want to do a guide because I didn't want to just copy Sinzar's clear or copy Cloud's clear. Like, that's just silly. Just go watch their clears and follow them, right? But now we sort of opened up the possibilities a little bit more, and it actually makes it viable to potentially go for the 50 unique unit mission. And so you got to have something to strive for before they turn the lights out, right? So I might actually go for it, and I might share with you various teams that I take in there. They'll almost pretty much every team is gonna have a base of 2 Esters on it, because the Esters really just, everybody has Ester for damage dealer, and Ester's really the only one that's like dealing competent damage to really get the fight done in a reasonable amount of time. All right, now for the first clear, I just want to I want to take some good units in there, and I want to get it done. I am going to do an all missions clear. So for the initial missions, you do need to do a party of 5 or less. That's fine. And then you need to do it within 10 turns to get the last 2 missions there, and we're going to do that just fine. The way I've tested it is it should be a 9-turn clear. Could probably do it faster, but I just figured I'd do something that's easy and accessible. And then you of course get all these rewards for doing the unit missions, but honestly, like, these aren't really all that great. Probably the curated Envy select ticket is maybe the most prized reward. And then of course the emblem, if you're someone who's like a completionist and you just want to get it done. I like I said, now that the boss is restructured, I might actually go for that 50 unit mission. We'll see. I mean, we've got so many days, right? 50 days to do a 50 unique unit missions, right? But anyways, let's just go ahead and get the initial missions done. I honestly don't care about the Celestite Rod Plus, like the whole upgrade. It's pretty worthless. All right, as far as friends are concerned, just any EX3 Ester is going to do you well. I'm going to use my friend Spada here. He's from my Discord server. So he's got a pretty nice build. You definitely want the Dark Apocalypse. Like, if you haven't picked it up yet, go do like the Pro version or the Elite version. You get tons of dark matter. It only costs 10,000 dark matter to get the Dark Apocalypse. Get it, put it on your Ester. There is no question about it. It is the best sword for her. Okay, so just get it, put it on her. The rest of the gear, just any high attack gear you have. We've got a couple of pieces of Clash gear. Bunny Battle Cloak is fine. It's a great equip for her. And then yeah, just Omni Killers are great. Morgana is Human, Demon, Fairy, and Reaper, so you do need to at least make sure you have those. But Ester pretty much maxes out those innately anyways. So this bunny is good to go. Thank you, Spada. As for the rest of the team, Kaito in his normal form has the original Empress's Rod, which does that turn 1 morale fill. It's not really needed. Like, filling morale in this battle is not hard. It's very simple to build morale in this fight. But if you want to build it up quickly, that's a way to do it. Treasure Memorial Ring also does the same thing. Obsidian Bracer just for the undispellable full break. And then the rest of his gear in normal form is whatever. We honestly don't even care in his Brave Shift form either. Yeah, I mean, this is all just, it's kind of irrelevant. I gave him Melissa's card for morale fill every turn, and that's pretty much it. Like, the rest of his gear is pretty much irrelevant. Like, he's just here as a support. Since the buffs are dispellable now, we can use his Crashing Waves to dispel the buffs. every turn, and to re-break her every turn, because she will still get rid of her breaks and imperils. So Kaito is very, very nice and convenient for that. Wilhelm, you know, sort of a mixture of tanky boy build and damage here. So he does have the swordswoman's cuirass. You know, if you don't have all of this clash gear, like, you can farm it now, so that Omega spawning event, you can actually you can buy infinite Xenostones now with the currency from that event in the currency shop. So, you know, you can use the Omega spawn event currency to buy as many Xenostones as you want and get as much of the clash gear as you can get. Like, this is great on him too. The High Celestite Crown of Will Plus, go and get that. It's fantastic. He has his spear. You can, if you need more damage out of your Wilhelm, you can actually go ahead and give him his STMR and then put Esther's STMR in his slot here. You have to give him a great sword equip. But as it stands, we have Kaito to provide the 25% spear imperil, and that's fine. That's honestly all he needs. The Esters are dealing the majority of the damage, as you're going to see. And then, yeah, just some standard bulk. You know, Shy Mermaid for some extra spirit. Gave him Esther's EX ability for the static spirit. Also Esther's vision card for the full stats, including the spirit. So that just helps bump up his spirit considerably. Yeah, he does have chain cap with LB damage boost from True Vampirism, and I think he's capped on all the killers. Let's take a look. Yeah, human, fairy, Reaper, and Demon. Yep, he's got them all, so he's good to go. Mystic Tenacity is nice just because it does some human Reaper mitigations, but honestly we don't need it. Like, he hardly takes any damage in this fight. Like, Wilhelm, he's really just here to pump up Esther's damage with his overdrive, and that's about it. So my Esther, also tons of clash gear, Dark Apocalypse, of course. Yeah, Blazing Armor can honestly come off and put like Esper stats on her. That's fine. Wilhelm's card just for a flat 1000 attack card, and she is maxed out and everything. We're not worried about overkillers. We honestly don't care about overkillers here. We don't need them. Sylvie is just her standard sort of bulk build. She's our passive provoke unit. She does need to have Blizzard Orb. Actually, I'm going to give her 2 of them. Just to increase the chances that she counters, because I did have one test run where she did not counter. There we go. Alright, double Blizzard Orb. And that's just to revive Wilhelm, because he will die from the Ghastly Nightmare. There's probably a way to get around that by just doing physical cover instead of doing the Omni cover, so that he doesn't tank the Ghastly Nightmare, but, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, in fact, maybe I'll even try that. I might try that. I might adjust on the fly here. Hopefully it doesn't screw me over. All right, so let's get in here and let's see how we get this one done. All missions clear. Yeah, I think I will try that, actually. I'll try just using this physical cover instead. I think that'll be fun. All right, so we're going to take 2 setup turns just because Esther has a lot of skills in her kit. We're going to go and do Voltage Spike, even though, you know, I know she's going to dispel everything, but it's fine. We'll go ahead and do it. We'll do Voltaic Field for the fields, and we'll do Smiles with Sylvie just to set up the, that's to set up the 200% elemental buffs for the party. All right, the other one we'll do, just going to do like a bunch of killers, okay? Let's see, we'll do Sylvie's over here. She's going to do Burgeoning Defense, Compassionate Knight, Elemental Vines, mostly just for morale fill here. All right, Wilhelm is going to do Safeguard, Attrition, and Anti-Fairy. All right, we don't really care about C strategy because she's going to dispel the Spear Imperil anyways. All right, Kaito's going to now shift to Brave Shift. And he's just going to do, you can go ahead and do Torrential Downpour, why not? And then if you don't have access to it, that's fine. Just do Triple Deep Submersion if that's the case. But I'm going to do Torrential Downpour and Double Deep Submersion. At this point, you should be able to EX3 pretty much every unit in the game if you just grind it out. Just go grind it out in the land of land swarming with Omega spawn. Alright, so you see we're pretty much resisting everything. Most of her damage is elemental, except for obviously the physical damage, which, you know, Wilhelm covers beautifully. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to set up for a big burst. So we'll do Limitless plus... this one's going to do the Demon Killer, and then we're going to do Lightspeed Blitz on Kaito, because Kaito's now going to do his Crashing Waves. So make sure you do Crashing Waves first, obviously. And then we'll just do another Double Deep for more morale fill. Okay, and now... we can do that. Alright, let's see. Sylvie's going to do Bolt Egg so we imbue ourselves. I made that mistake once and forgot to imbue. That was hilarious. Paladin's Resolve and Elemental Petals. Wilhelm. He can go and do Limitless Surge Plus. Why not? Honestly, doesn't matter what else he does. Just like hit the boss, I guess. This Esther's going to do Limitless plus Rainbow plus, and Overcharged Atmosphere for her own 300% killers. Alright, so you see we've activated Wilhelm's Overdrive, so we'll use that next turn. Okay, looking good. So we are in good shape. All right, we should be ready to burst. All right, so we've got gotten rid of any. Well, she hasn't put up any buffs yet, actually. So we'll do Torrential Downpour, Deadly Stream, Natural Flux. This will do the All Weapon Imperil with Deadly Stream. Okay, so that does the Omni Weapon Imperil and the Omni Elemental Imperil. It's only a 125 Lightning Imperil, but that's fine. You could honestly go Water Element, since he has a 160 Water Imperil. You know, you could do that and just have the Esters imbue the party with water, but, you know, you can go Lightning too, and it's fine. Because we have the 70% Lightning amp, so might as well. Okay, so Kaito will do that. Sylvie's going to come back, use her Brace Shifted LB for the buffs. Alright, Wilhelm can go ahead and do his Overdrive. Okay, and we'll just LB, LB, LB. Alright, so the first HP lock is at 69%. Alright, so that's 30% of 15 billion. So you've got to do 4.5 billion to hit that. And we should easily do that. We usually do over 5 billion here. But you got to do 4.5 to hit that first HP lock. So just so you're aware. Boom. Wow, 6 bill. Okay, yeah. So we did 40% right there. Okay. So more than enough to hit that HP lock. The next HP lock is at 50%. So we need to do 3 billion or thereabouts to hit the next one. Now we're gonna try and hit that on this turn. We may not. If we don't, it's fine. It's not a big deal. We just want to try and get, you know, as close as possible. All right, so Sylvie's just gonna do triple Clever Paladin. Okay, to try and refill these Esters. Okay, yeah, they're usually one short, and that's fine. Wilhelm is going to do Protecting the Weak. So this is something I'm actually trying something different. I hope I don't end up screwing myself here. Normally I would do Wilhelm's Omni cover on this one, but I'm going to try something different. So we're going to do Protecting the Weak. So it's just physical cover, so that he doesn't cover the Ghastly Nightmare. And then he can do what should he do? We'll do Protecting the Weak. Oh yeah, we'll do Siege Strategy because it does a slightly higher Lightning Imperil, a 130 instead of a 125. And what else? What else should he do? What else should he do? Oh yeah, he's got to do a Bar Light Jizz. Refill the, he's got to refill the esters here. All right, Kaito basically just does exactly what he did the last turn. Torrential Downpour, Deadly Stream, Natural Flux. Okay, so that we re-imperil the boss. And we're just going to go again and hope to hit 50%. We may come up short. That's fine. As long as we're close enough that we can hit it next turn, well, we should be good to go. All right, let's see how we do. All right, 52%. That should be fine. That should be fine. All right. Okay, looking good. So now we're gonna hit the 50% threshold. Okay, I think I'm gonna use Wilhelm's LB on this one. All right, and the esters are just gonna set up with a Limitless Plus and a double bolting. All right, Limitless Plus and a double bolting. Okay, because we should still have like all of our, we've got our amps and all that jazz. So I think we should be good there. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and do a Leaping Love. We'll do Torrential Downpour, Deadly Stream, Natural Flux. Actually, wait a minute. Nope, sorry, we need to do Crashing Waves and Deadly Stream, Natural Flux. Yep, because we got to get rid of the buffs there. All right, I'm just double checking myself. Is that what I want to do? I'm pretty sure that's what I want to do. All right, and this is just to make sure that we push the 50% threshold on this turn. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and I'll send Wilhelm and then the esters, and that should do it. Yeah. Easily push that threshold there. Nice. Okay. So that way, because if Wilhelm had tanked the Ghastly Nightmare, he would have died. Like, because he's tanking so much HP damage, it kills him every time. Now, normally Sylvie would re-raise, and it would be fine. But this way, you just don't even have to worry about it, right? You don't even worry, and Wilhelm, Wilhelm survives. He's fine. He's good. Okay, and now he can set up his Omni cover, and we'll all feel much better, right? So we'll do Safeguard. We can do new Attrition and Anti-Fairy maybe, and that should be fine. Sylvie needs to come back because we got to re-up our Compassionate Knight, Elemental Vines, and we can do like Paladin's Resolve. Kaito needs to do Kaito things, which is Torrential Downpour, Deadly Stream, Natural Flux. All right, and the esters. So the next HP lock now is at 30%. Okay, so we need to do another 3 billion, which we should do. The esters have overdrive. They've got their SLBs. They always have the 180 amp. Just double check and make sure they're still imbued with lightning. Yep. So they've got one more turn on the lightning imbue, which is perfect. And yeah, then we can just take it home from there. And I think we should be good to go. All right, I'll go ahead and send these guys, and then we'll send the esters. There we go. Okay, 4 billion. We only needed to do 3, so we're looking good. Oh, there's another Ghastly Nightmare. Nice. I didn't realize there was another one at that threshold too. Nah, and Sylvie didn't re-raise him. Oh, I screwed myself twice. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, the good news is this is actually perfectly fine. So Sylvie is just going to go ahead and do her normal attack. All right, so note to self. Note to self. There's another Ghastly Nightmare at 30%. I can't believe I forgot about that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a couple of setup turns again anyways, so it's not a big deal. We'll do Smiles for Sylvie. We'll do... we'll do... Blade Breaker Shield and Lightspeed Blitz on Kaito to make sure that his Crashing Waves is ready when we need it. Alright, this Esther is going to do... let's see, this Esther already used her Overcharged Atmosphere, so she's going to do all of her killers here. Alright, and this Kaito just needs to do... we'll do Torrential Downpour and... Double Deep, because all we really need are the attack. Oh, well, actually, we already have the attack and mag break, so we'll just do Torrential, Deadly Stream, Natural Flux, whatever. Alright, so we're going to do, just like we did at the beginning, we're going to do sort of our 2 turns of setup, and then do our big burst with Esther's SLB. Since we have the Smiles with Sylvie, we're basically resisting everything. So you can kind of see how Wilhelm honestly isn't really needed here. Like, we could definitely get away with not using Wilhelm, but having the overdrive is really, really useful for just making sure that you're, dealing plenty of damage, you're hitting the HP thresholds in time so that you get that 10-turn clear. Alright, we're going to do, now, we're going to, what did I do last turn? Oh yeah, she did her normal attack. So we'll do Bolt Egg Basket, Compassionate Knight, and Elemental Vines. And that should be fine. Wilhelm can just do Protecting the Weak. What else can he do? He can do... We've already got our Lightning Imbue, so we're good there. I guess he can just do like a double Transfusing. Make sure he's got a full LB, yeah. Alright, so this Esther will do Limitless Plus, Demon Killer, and Blade Breaker's Shield. This one will do Limitless Plus, Rainbow Plus, and Overcharged Atmosphere. Alright, Kaito should be good with Crashing Waves, so he'll go ahead and do Crashing Waves, Torrential Downpour, Deadly Stream, I guess just something to do. Alright, and we're pretty much just setting ourselves up for the big burst next turn. Alright, as you can see, we are all covered. Even with Wilhelm only covering the physical stuff, like, Esther's, the Smiles with Sylvie ability with the elemental buffs just basically make this boss toothless. Okay. And now here we go. We're ready to go in for the kill. It looks like one Esther needs a bit of LB fill. Oh no, we've got our SLB. We don't need the LB fill. Let's see. Oh, we need a couple of charges there, so let's do that. Yeah, we need 2 charges to get our overdrive, so we'll do Kaito will do Kaito things, and Sylvie can just do... She can do, like, whatever. No one needs LB fill, but she can just do, like... She can give, like, Demon Killer to Wilhelm for the extra Demon Killer. Like Marion's Blessing Lightning as something to do, and Clever Paladin Strike, maybe. There we go. Now we've got the overdrive. Alright, we'll activate that, and we're just going to LB this boss to death from here. Okay. Nice, easy 9-turn clear. And there you go. So from 30%, again, you need to do 4.5 billion. We did 4.8. Wow, we actually only just did it. We only just killed from there. If you didn't kill from there, you just, honestly, you have Sylvie reload everyone's LBs and you go again. And you look, you got to turn a cushion. You just reload and go again. You can see the boss is pretty much toothless. You're not honestly I mean, even when Wilhelm died unexpectedly, because I forgot that there was another Ghastly Nightmare at the 30% threshold, even when he died unexpectedly, we're fine. Like, we're not in any danger of dying. It's just a matter of doing the damage. And as you can see, the Esters by themselves carried this fight. 8.5 from mine, 7.7 from Spada, and that is over 15 billion right there. So we did over 15 billion worth of damage over the fight. You know, Wilhelm just kind of there helping out, helping us hit some thresholds, right? And that's pretty much it. I think Wilhelm is easily the most swappable unit. So Wilhelm and Sylvie, easily the most swappable. Kaito is still really nice just for having that crashing waves ability that does the constant perfect dispel. He's not the only unit, you know, that you can bring in that slot, but he's just super convenient, so you might as well. But Wilhelm and Sylvie, very, very swappable. And now that we've done the 5-unit mission, you can bring 6 units. So you could easily swap 3 units in there, I think, by just having two Esters and a Kaito. I think 3 slots are very, very swappable. And that's what I'll probably end up doing, is I'll probably end up, you know, keeping the core team of 2 Esters and a Kaito and just swapping the other 3 units. I might even try some different, you know, swaps in place of Kaito as well. And I'll show you those clears as I do them. So you guys can keep your eyes open for that, but this is how we got our all missions clear. Let's make sure. Yep, all missions there. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys. I hope this was helpful to you, and thank you for following me. I'll certainly be doing some more Morgana clears, you know, over the next, what is it? How many days do we have left, actually? Should we start an official countdown? And is it 50 days? 50 days to do 50 units. So let's see if we can do it. 50 days to do 15 unique units. I think we can manage. I think we'll get it done. So thank you guys so much for following me, and I will see you on the other side.